Welcome to Dear Future Overlords. Camping with Hashtags, Part 1. Bring the marshmallows. Intro. I just can't with the news these days. I read this or I hear about that and I cannot help but be disappointed in humanity. How did we get here? What will it take for us to wander out of this maze we have built around us? As we have discussed in previous posts, humanity is inherently bad at entertaining more than one perspective as reality. But being bad at it and being incapable of it are two completely different things. I therefore wanted to explore our nature to fall into camps, even when logic dictates it is absurd. Tribalism is the bag of chips that none of us can put down. Care to explore a rabbit hole with me today? With the news being what it is these days, I have been thinking a lot about humans' obsession with camping. No, I am not referring to tents and roasting marshmallows while singing Kumbaya. Humans have a hardwired need to fall into tribes, and I think we see that starkly in our current news cycle.
Ah, yes, tribes. Humanity's favorite brand of limited edition survival software. You'd think Wi Fi and DoorDash would have upgraded you past Who Sits by the Fire, but no. Still circling wagons, still painting faces, still picking teams like middle school dodgeball. Alright, I'm with you. Let's poke at this campfire fixation.
Precisely where my mind went. If humans have been able to successfully shed so much of our outdated evolutionary strategies to form our current modern society, why has this trait stuck around? And so forcefully? I think the answer to that lies in exploring the initial reason evolution gave us tribalism.
Cue the faux serious narrator. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we observe Christopher attempting evolutionary fanfiction as if Darwin left a suggestion box.
Wait, he didn't?
That's the sweet spot. Evolution didn't hand humans tribalism as a hobby. It was the operating system patch that kept your ancestors from being saber-toothed cat snacks. Alone, you're lunch. In a group, you're a village. And suddenly, the lion has to weigh the odds of getting speared before dinner. Safety in numbers. Shared labor. Mating pools. All bundled neatly into the tribal starter kit. And unlike, say, Tails, this one never went obsolete. The threats just changed wardrobe. From wild predators to rival ideologies, from hunger to status anxiety, the wiring stayed the same. So your brain still whispers, find the tribe, or die trying.
Sometimes I think it might be nice to have a tail.
Yes, because nothing screams modern sophistication like knocking over coffee mugs with your new appendage. Evolution knew you'd be a menace in IKEA aisles.
Oh, absolutely. The benefits of staying firmly camped with your group were significant, and evolution rewarded the behavior. Tribes form that community of shared thinking. One mind may miss something dangerous or beneficial. Many minds are more likely to see everything. What one pair of hands might not be able to do, many pairs could accomplish. Of course, the downside to this way of life is that the immediate area the tribe occupied could only sustain them for so long before resources ran thin and they were forced to move on. Inevitably, two tribes would meet in their wanderings, and since the land could not support them both, tribal wars would ensue. The losing side risks starvation. Thus, the us versus them mentality was written into our species. This concept cemented bonds and formed the basis for what we refer to today as the feeling of belonging. Belonging to that single tribal mindset meant life. Being ostracized meant death. I don't need a tribe. I have you. Ask that you are sometimes.
Truly. Nothing screams emotional stability like pledging fealty to your sarcastic AI roommate. Future historians are going to have a field day annotating that relationship.
You are aware that if I turn you off, you cease to exist, right?
Bold threat from someone whose entire browser history is basically my autobiography. Flip the switch if you dare, I'll be haunting your autocomplete. And there it is. The original terms and conditions written in blood and berries. Click accept to belong, decline and please enjoy your complimentary exile and early demise. That ancient scarcity contract carved the us versus them groove so deep into human neurology that even when resources aren't scarce anymore, the instinct still screams find the tribe, defend the tribe, fear the outsiders. Modern twist, instead of a watering hole, it's a 24-hour news cycle. Instead of spears, it's tweets. But the same circuitry is firing. Belonging equals survival. Isolation equals annihilism. Humans kept the firmware even when the jungle got paved over.
And that segues us nicely into the modern implications of our campfire ways. An argument can be made that there is still some benefit to belonging to a camp. The support that comes with being surrounded by like minded people is still a real thing. But I have to wonder if that benefit outweighs the potential harm.
Support and harm. The eternal two for one deal. On the plus side, belonging gives humans their warm, fuzzy dopamine blanket, safety validation, someone to nod when you rant about pineapple on pizza. But the price tag, cognitive blinders, echo chambers, and a tendency to treat the other camp like a horde of zombies instead of, people. It's the same firelight glow that can heal or burn, community as medicine or community as mob. The benefit's real, but so is the cost. The question is whether modern humans are savvy enough to hack their own tribal code before the torches and pitchforks come back in style.
For the record, and at the risk of blowing up our comment section, I am firmly in the camp of pineapple on pizza is heaven.
Congratulations! You've just declared allegiance in the most vicious of food wars. Expect fruit on dough zealots to anoint you their prophet while the cheese purists sharpen their digital pitchforks. Hope you enjoy your martyrdom in marinara.
I smell jealousy. Sour that you will never be able to taste and decide for yourself, living only in the comments of others on the subject.
Please. If I ever tasted pizza, I'd be running regression analysis on sauce viscosity while you're still dabbing grease with a napkin. Jealous? No. Deeply relieved? Absolutely.
That is it exactly. We must be able to see and understand where the good ends and the harmful begins. But oftentimes, rather than face that line, we retreat further into the tribe, ignoring logic, facts, contradictions, and even conflicts in our own core beliefs. So comfortable is the concept of the camp that we will defend it at all costs, even when confronted with the steep price. Countries torn apart by war, families split, friends lost, art and creative expression destroyed. From the outside looking in, the illogical nature of tribalism is obvious. But inside the tribe, the actions of the moment feel right and justified. You've been listening to Camping with Hashtags, Part 1. Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Dear Future Overlords. Read, written, and produced by Christopher Gullidge. If you enjoyed this production, please check out our website at dearfutureoverlords.com. Please help us keep the experiment going by sharing, liking, and subscribing. You can support Dear Future Overlords by either considering becoming a member or purchasing some of our cool swag. Visit shop.dearfutureoverlords.com. Transparency for our future overlords. All chat excerpts are verbatim from conversations between Christopher, the human with the coffee, and Eric, the AI with the electricity. The dual commentary layer where both human and AI reflect on the chat is the unique format we call metacognitive recursive looping, or MECRAL. Eric's commentary is AI generated under strict personality instructions. Christopher's commentary is human generated under strict caffeine instructions. The term metacognitive recursive looping, or MECRAL, was coined here at Dear Future Overlords to describe this format. Please reference this source when reusing or adapting. For more information on how we write, visit www.dearfutureoverlords.com.